family, friends, blood or not, doesn't matter. I'm talking to anyone. I mean, anyone who may be watching this. Yes, I've done several videos on the apocalypse or the quarantine or the lockdown, whatever it is you want to call it. And after this video, I'm going to get back to that because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. A lot of you guys have enjoyed them, got a good laugh out of them. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from them. But just working nights during this whole thing, sitting in my home by myself, I've actually done some thinking on rebuilding of society, if it ever came to that, which we're nowhere near that right now. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, doing the parodies and the satires, and just poking a little fun at myself. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed watching you guys enjoy it. But as I spent so much time alone, I'm starting to think, would this society we live in even be worth the work, effort, and resources it would take to rebuild? I got to thinking where we've come at in the last couple of hundred years as a nation, as a country, as a culture. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of different types of people to build what we've built. It takes the Republicans, the Democrats, the conservatives, the liberals, the rich, the poor, the middle class, the conspiracy theorists, those that think inside the box, those that think outside the box. And I've heard a lot of people talk about, is this actually a virus? Is this something bigger than a virus? Are they testing us? Blah, 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 this or that. The Masons or the New World Order or whatever it is that the people are talking about. And to be honest, it's not the virus. The real virus in this country right now is greed and arrogance and pride and the me first attitude. That's what will rip our society, our culture, our country apart. Something as stupid and simple as toilet paper. I came to work today, and it was a beautiful day out. A couple dozen motorcycles out and about. People gathered down at the big caves here in Alton. There must have been 30 or 40 cars in the parking lot. We literally do not think of anybody but ourselves. We did not leave a shred of toilet paper on the shelves for anybody else. Yes, we may be strong enough to survive the coronavirus, but what about the elderly? What about the young folk? What about those with asthma? What about those? My son has Guillain-Barré. Any kind of viral infection could kill him. I've seen him just a few hours in the last couple of weeks. It sucks. I hate not seeing him, but I know that with me still having to be at work, me being exposed to truck drivers who deliver fuel in a 400-mile radius, who are at gas stations, who are exposed to hundreds if not thousands of people, by me having my son, I put him at risk of death. We do not think of anybody but ourselves. The politics, the stimulus bill, the corporations are getting too much money. The immigrants are getting this. This people are getting this. We only think about what is best for us, what is best for our agenda, what is best for our ideology. We put no one above ourselves. We argue and fight. In this great country, there's a lot of different groups, a lot of different needs, a lot of different ideologies, a lot of different people live in this country. With the amount of resources we have, yes, There is no manual on how to come out of this epidemic. There is no set of steps. There is no standard operating procedure to get a country of this size, of this magnitude, with this many people through this unscathed. The president's going to do what he needs to do. The House, the Senate's going to do what they need to do. The governors, the mayors, the police, the state police, the military, they're going to do what they need to do. And all we can do is sit back and complain and make nasty posts and rip each other down and actually call each other stupid and ignorant for believing one way or another. What have we always done as Americans? We've battened down, we've helped our neighbor, we've helped our elderly, we've done whatever it took to get our country, not my country, not your country, not their country, our country, our state, our city, our neighborhood. We've done whatever it took to keep it strong, to keep it together, to be that beacon of hope and light around the world. And when it's over, and it will be over, we'll come up with a cure, we'll come up with an antivirus, we will come up, this country or another country, somebody will come up with it, and we will come through this. And we will start to rebuild. As a country, as a state, as a culture, a society, a neighborhood, a city, we will come together, we will put our differences aside, we will put our diversity aside, and we will come together and we will rebuild. It happens every single time, whether it be a world war, an epidemic, a pandemic, racial violence, national divide, whatever it is, we as Americans will come together. So like I said, I don't see, I just, I don't understand it. And I hope somebody out there in this world can see this and leave me a comment, explain to me, since when did we as Americans become so hateful and so scared of different ideas? When did we become so scared of our neighbor because they believe something that we don't? Since when did we lose the ability to sit down and have a conversation and actually debate or just put our differences aside for a greater good? I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss of words. I've made a couple of videos like this, and the last couple of years I have spent a great deal of energy and lost a lot of friends, a lot of coworkers, a lot of jobs, distancing myself and getting rid of the negativity in my life. For those of you that don't know, I've battled mental illness, I've battled depression, I've battled anxiety, I battle it every day. To become a more positive person, regardless of your background, of the way you think, your ideology, your political views, it's possible. But I don't know where it all went wrong. Like I said, it's not the virus or the Illuminati or the Russians or the Chinese or the Trumps or the Democrats or the Republicans or the liberals or the conservatives or the blacks or the whites or the Mexicans or the immigrants, legal, illegal. None of that. It's none of that. It is literally the hatred we have for each other that will doom us as a society. Our inability for us to get over our differences, our inability for us to put the hate and the arrogance and the pride to the side and put other people above us. We did not build America on the needs of the few over the needs of the many. We have built America on the shoulders of our neighbors and of our love for each other and our love for this country, and making sure we all have enough, not more than what we need, but making sure we all have what we need. America, neighbors, family, friends, get your crap together.